Imagine multiplying numbers in your head faster than a calculator. Today, we start building that skill step by step. Welcome to the Road to Human Calculator, where we push the limits of mental math. This is our first video focused on multiplication, so we'll start deliberately, reviewing the basics and building strong fundamentals that will carry us all the way to multiplying 3-digit numbers in your head. Today, we'll focus on 1-by-1 and 1-by-2-digit multiplication, laying the groundwork for the advanced techniques to come. Let's begin with single-digit multiplication. There are only a handful of useful shortcuts here, and most people already apply them intuitively. Still, it's worth laying them out clearly. The foundation of fast multiplication lies in what we'll call pillars, basic results you can rely on without calculation. For the multiplication table up to 10, the most important pillars are the squares of numbers and multiplication by 1, 5, and 10. With these pillars, you can reconstruct the entry multiplication table quickly. Multiplication by 1 and 10 is trivial. Keep the number as it is for 1, or simply append a 0 for 10. Don't waste time thinking about it. Just apply it directly. For squares, unfortunately, there are no real shortcuts. The only reliable method is memorization. Multiplication by 5, however, offers a useful trick. To multiply a number by 5, take half of that number and then multiply by 10. For example, 8 times 5 becomes 4 times 10, and 7 times 5 becomes 3.5 times 10. Now let's see how our pillars can be applied. For 7 times 8, we recall that 7 times 7 is 49, and therefore the solution is 49 plus 7, so 56. For 7 times 4, calculate 7 times 5, which is 35. Then subtract 7 to get 28. For 9 times 6, we do 10 times 6 equals 60. Then subtract 6 to arrive at 54. As you see, by relying on these pillars, you can reconstruct products efficiently, even without recalling the entire multiplication table by heart. Before we move on to multiplying larger numbers, let me pause for a moment to share a resource that you can use to practice. When it comes to mental math, practice really is everything. And one of the tools I personally use is an app called CalcLeague. It's designed specifically for building speed and accuracy, and there are global leaderboards. Since you're still in the early stages of mental math, I'd suggest starting with the longer duration modes. They give you the space to think things through without rushing, while still building the habits you'll need for faster calculations later. The thing I really enjoy about CalcLeague is that I can see how I compare to other people. If you'd like to give it a try, you can find CalcLeague in the App Store. Before beginning your training, let's review how to handle multiplication of a single-digit number by a 2-digit number. There are no revolutionary shortcuts here, but there are a few key strategies worth remembering. The most important idea is to separate the 2-digit number into tens and ones. For example, 7 times 43 can be written as 7 times 40 plus 3. This allows you to calculate 7 times 40 and 7 times 3 separately, using only the basic multiplication facts you already know. The trick for multiplication by 5 still applies. Divide the other number in half, then multiply by 10. So 5 times 87 becomes 43.5 times 10, which is 435. A more advanced approach is to rewrite a problem using prime factors. For instance, 3 times 16 can be viewed as 3 times 2 times 8. Rearranging, this becomes 6 times 8. And again, you can fall back on the multiplication table to finish the calculation. By combining these strategies with the pillars we established earlier, you can handle larger multiplications confidently and with less effort. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize the importance of practicing these strategies. You may not need every trick for the examples we covered today, but they form the foundation for multiplying larger numbers, and they can be adapted to many different situations. The real benefit comes with consistent practice, so take some time with pen and paper and work through a few problems on your own. Or if you're someone who enjoys a bit of competition, I recommend CalcLeague. It's a great way to practice regularly and see how your skills measure up against others around the world. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please do me the favor of liking it and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos.